Okay, welcome folks. We are looking at how we change kilometers into meters, liters into milliliters, and kilograms into grams. Now the theme for today is going to be time by 1,000. So we know that in 1 kilometer we have 1,000 meters. So to change kilometers to meters we have to times by 1,000, which you can see over here at the top over here. Okay, let's go see my pen's working. Pen. There we go. Similarly, in 1 liter, we have 1,000 milliliters. So to change from liters to milliliters, we have to time by 1,000. And that's what we're going to be practicing today. Now, if we have 16 kilometers, question number 1, okay, here, times that by 1,000, the simplest way to do that is to add 3 zeros onto the whole number, and that will give you 16,000 meters. That's example number 1. Example number 2, which is this one over here. If we have a decimal number, and we want to change that into a decimal kilometers, we change that into meters. When we time by 1,000, we move decimal point 1, 2, 3 jumps to the right. So that will give you an answer. If you copy these numbers down, decimal point lands there. So 0056 point is the same as 56 meters. This is unnecessary 0, and the decimal point is not needed there anymore. So that's how we do a decimal time by 1,000. That's how we do a whole number time by 1,000. So 25 kilometers time by 1,000. So that equals 25,000. 2.5 kilometers times it by 1,000 to change into meters. So 1, 2, 3 jumps. Copy it down. Fill gaps with zeros. So the answer is. So that's the first four done. So all these whole numbers are nice and easy. Any whole number times by 1,000, simply attach 3 zeros. Question done. Time by 1,000, simply attach 3 more zeros. And the question is done. 309 kilometers, times that by 1,000. So it's 309, and attach 3 more zeros. And the questions are done. Up. Now, 45.7 kilometers, this question here. When we times it by 1,000, we get the decimal point, and we move it 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So copy down the 4, copy down the 5, and the 7, and the 1. And we have a gap here, an empty bit. So you put a 0 in there, and decimal point lands here, but we don't need it there in the end. So it's 45,710 meters. Let's have a look at another example. 508.609 kilometers, we times it by 1,000. So because it's decimal number, grab the decimal point, move it 1, 2, 3 places to the right. Copy, 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 copy. So decimal point lands here, but we don't need it anymore. So we write on top of the decimal point, meters. Finish. So we've done now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole number examples and 5 decimal number examples. So let's do. And the liters and milliliters and kilograms and grams are done exactly the same way. In exactly the same way. So 11 kilometers, if you time that by 1,000, that will give you 11,000 meters. If you have 555 kilometers, you time that by 1,000, that will give you 555,000 meters. Now, here comes the decimal part. If you have 3.095 kilometers and you times that by 1,000, you're going to have to move decimal point 1, 2, 3 to the right. So it becomes 3095. And the decimal point lands at the end, where it's going to be anyway, so right on top of meters. And that question's done. 49.6 kilometers times it by 1,000. 1, 2, 3. Copy, copy, copy. Got 2 gaps. Fill it with zeros. And we have done there. So I'm just going to quickly underline the answers for you here, so you can see them more clearly. Okay, we've got some underlines here. So we can go back into the video. Okay, now all the other exercises here. So whether it's kilograms to grams, or whether it's liters to milliliters, is going to be done in exactly the same way. Because in each liter you have 1,000, so you times it by 1,000 again. So if you look at kilograms to grams again, times it by 1,000 again, and done in the same way. Okay, that's the end of this first part of the video. Thank you very much for joining us. If you like this video, if it helps you, please consider subscribing, hit that bell button so you can get all the notifications, and we'll see you in the next video. That's Mr. Iqbal, one-to-one tutor.